Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Uncut Takes podcast, episode 35. I'm greeted here in my basement with lifelong friends Nick, Wayne, and myself, Kevin. And I'm greeted by myself. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the last episode?
So it's been a while. We've missed two.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's been a long week.
A long 3 weeks.
And we all sound exhausted.
Yeah. What have you guys been up today?
Nothing. I slept in until like noon. Fucking did nothing. It was like 1 o'clock, and I'm like, should I go take a shower? And then Nick said, do you want to push it back to 4? I'm not. I said, I'm not taking a shower. I'm not taking a damn shower.
Oh, that's great. I also slept in today, so I've just been, vibed.
Okay.
That's the word for it.
Oh yeah, you guys went to Applebee's.
That was Friday night.
Oh.
Yeah, Friday.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, everyone's exhausted.
Yeah.
And here we are.
But yeah, so life being exhausted I was when I woke up now 3 or 4 Mondays ago.
Yeah.
And I woke up to I heard something on the side of my house. It was like something like, it sounded like an animal was like pushing up against the side of the house. Mm-hmm. And I look out my window and there's just this dude on a ladder with his hands on my window. Like it looks like he's trying to open my window.
What?
And I literally rolled out of bed and I ran to my parents' side of the house and I called my parents. I said, is there there's somebody on the side of the house right now? Like they're trying to get in my bedroom, it looks like. And my mom's like, oh yeah, that's the exterminator. Don't worry about it. It's I looked outside. There's no exterminator van. The guy's not wearing a uniform. He's just wearing a gray sweatshirt and khakis.
I hate that.
Oh my gosh. Why would they not have told you that?
Well, not only that, it's where's their van? What, did they park down the block and then walk up to my house?
He's got a bike.
This motherfucker's has this tool that looks like a shimmy to shimmy your door or car lock open, and he's fucking around with my bedroom window. I'm like I almost just split this man in half with a 12-gauge shotgun because nobody told me that this was happening today.
No.
I don't even know what my reaction would have been, but it probably would have been similar to yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just random guy climbing and you see him out of your bedroom window.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
I would have just grabbed my gun and tapped the window with it.
Yeah.
Ding ding. Who the fuck are you?
See, Kevin, you could never live in a skyrise or a high-rise skyscraper.
Yeah.
There'd be one day the guy would be washing the windows. He'd be on the 80th floor. He's trying to break in.
Some James Bond motherfucker trying to get in my goddamn
Suction
window.
cup climbing up the wall.
Trying to fucking Spider-Man climbing up to break into your 80th story high rise to steal what? To steal your cigar?
Yeah, to steal a cigar.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I spoke to first of all, anyone who does that job, pest removal, whatever you want to call it, exterminating. They're fucking weird as shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Where I work, we have a company that comes and does it, and I've spoken to 4 or 5 of the guys, and they're all fucking freaks and weirdos.
Absolutely.
They're all totally fucking freaks and weirdos. And as we've established in the Uncut Takes lore, I work in an urban setting.
Yeah.
And one of the slightly more normal guys I was talking to. He wasn't a social recluse like the other ones seemed to be, but he was a right-wing extremist. But at the end of the day, he was a human being, unlike the other ones. So, I was able to converse with him other than just talk about bugs or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah, I was doing a job just a couple blocks down the way over here, on the other side of town there, and a guy came up to my van. A bum came up. He just opened my back door and started rummaging through all my stuff." I just looked back behind me at him, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" He went, "Oh, I'm taking your stuff."
I'm taking your stuff.
So I just reached. I took he pointed to his belt, and right where you would think there would be a gun, he had this little thing of it looked like a little can of WD-40, but it was a little can of pest spray,
sprayed in his eyes,
heavy duty pest spray. He said he reached it and he just pointed it at the guy's face, and the guy's in the car with him. He just pointed at the guy, looked at him and said, "What the fuck is that gonna do?" And he said, "It ain't gonna kill you, but it's gonna hurt." He said the guy just went, "Okay, man, okay, what the fuck's wrong with you, man?" The guy just dropped all shit and walked away.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When we had that huge wasp nest out front of our house, like, or it was like a hornet's nest or something. It was fucking humongous. It was like 3 footballs. And the guy's like, "Did you try killing it?" I said, I pointed over at my car and I said there was like 5 cans of like hornet killer spray, and I said I sprayed all 5 cans on that thing, and they're still coming out of it. And he goes, "Yeah, these New Jersey wasps, they're a little bit stronger than the rest of the country. That's why I had to whip up an extra spicy batch." And as he's spraying the nest, he's laughing at them as he's spraying the nest.
Absolute psychopath, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. All those people are so weird. They're laying down rat traps. Like, if you want to catch a rat, you gotta think like a rat. like they're all fucking weird as shit, man. Have you seen like the new way to get rid of wasps that I've been seeing a ton of videos about?
Yeah, the gasoline.
Yeah, so you just take a bucket of gasoline, like not even like a bunch, like a little bit, a few inches in a bucket, and just push it up on their hive.
Yeah.
And the fumes just kill them all. And then when you're done, if you feel so inclined, it's already drenched in gasoline, so you can just light them all on fire.
Yeah.
That would have worked really good when you had that wasp's nest in your ceiling.
Yeah, in the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
worked
when was
wonders for
that?
It wasn't in like my bedroom ceiling. It was
It was like right under where the part of the roof like goes on an angle, like right under your gutter.
Oh.
But like
oh.
up in the corner, like they're totally like living in his attic.
yeah,
or
they
something.
were living in the attic.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at that point, it's like you got to get on a fucking ladder by
Yeah.
that nest.
Yeah.
Like it's
With
not
a
like
bucket of gasoline.
it's not like you're gonna spray your house with gasoline and pray nothing
yeah.
happens.
No, and then the other one I saw was the I want to do both of these pretty bad, but I want to do this one more. The gas chamber. You get the
puffering
You get a
thing?
shop vac. You get a shop
right,
vac. And
yeah,
you
yeah.
just suck it. You just put wherever they're coming from. Just put it up there. Suck them all up, and then just spray the wasp killer into the shop vac.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's like actual gas chamber stuff.
I know. I kept seeing videos of people doing it, blaring like I don't know what it was, the German national anthem or something.
Oh, I was probably Erika.
I don't know what it was. It was
Sound like a marching song.
Yeah, it did. It was like the Nazi Germany national anthem.
It's like you open your door one day to go to work and you just get sucked into a vacuum and then there's just rat
Yeah.
poison behind you.
What the fuck do wasps do? You say it like they go to work. They're not bees.
You know what I mean?
Unemployed.
Yeah, they are
unemployed. They don't
unemployed.
fucking contribute shit. They're just dickheads.
You're not wrong. But it's just a funny thought.
Dude, I'm not gonna get started. Those are some Section 8 motherfuckers, man. I can't stand them fucking guys. Kevin, I want to know, who's Adam Johnson?
So Adam Johnson was I'm sure that Nick has heard of it. Nick, there's no way in fuck he's seen the full video. People that are squeamish, skip 5 minutes ahead. There was a
Why? Can I leave? Do I have to sit here?
he
Yeah,
was
so you have to
he
sit
was
here.
an ex NFL player or NHL player.
Dude, I don't even want to hear it.
And I'm surprised you don't know about this, Wayne.
Oh wait, is he the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a dude went to go tackle another guy while they were skating on the ice.
Okay.
But the guy like kicked his back leg out towards another player instead, and it sliced his carotid artery.
I've heard of that.
He bled. He like immediately fell to his
Like the
knees.
skate cut his neck, right?
He
Yeah.
immediately fell to his knees and like grabbed his neck because he realized what was wrong. Now, in the past, what has happened? If that's happened like 3 times in NHL history, mind you, this happened live. Like this was happening on TV, and they showed it on the Megatron, which was awful.
No.
I can't even imagine being like a 3-year-old kid and you're like just looking at a guy die
Yeah, that's a
in the
future
worst
serial
way
killer.
possible too. Because like in the past ways they've literally like they did the Kentucky ballistics guy that blew his neck open with a rifle by accident.
Mm-hmm.
He stuck his thumb in his carotid artery to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
They didn't do that to the NHL player, so they stood him up and skated him across the ice to like the exit. But at that moment's when the Megatron like zoomed in on his face, and you could see that the guy was they were just holding up a dead body.
Yeah.
It was the most brutal like Reddit, used to be like the Wild West of seeing like heinous shit. And it's like,
Dude.
I don't think I've ever seen anything that bad. Like,
It was pretty bad.
like it was worse than like you brought up to me one day and you said like, what was the first time you ever saw somebody die?
No, yeah, it was the one we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
This one, I'm looking at like different. The Adam Johnson one, is that like a more recent one?
Yes.
Okay, I think
Like it happened last month.
we had a what's it called? Health. We had a health teacher in school that showed us the video of a different guy getting his throat slit on the ice.
What? I don't even. You know what? Can we actually
what
drop
class was this?
I
Health.
hate this.
Health class, like when you don't
Who
do.
taught you that? I don't remember that at all.
It was the the fucking guy. Fuck off. I guess I don't know. He was a guy. He was talking about how he used to be a cop and talking about watching people die, and he was like, "Oh yeah, and get your throat cut." Actually, kids, watch this. And he shows it to like 30 of us in a health class of the guy getting his neck slit. Remember that everyone used to say, if you want to do nothing in class all day, just say, "Hey, didn't you used to be a cop?" And he would just yap the whole time. He would just yap about being a cop.
Damn.
I'd really like to pivot away from
That's fine.
people dying.
That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you. I cannot hear that much.
So the other day I was driving around and I saw someone driving a pretty nice car, like a new-ish Hyundai. With a nice, like pretty new, with a nice white paint job. And the thing was just gorgeous. It was like brand new, and they had the window cracked and they were fucking smoking in this brand new Hyundai. And I was like I smoke cigars, and I smoked a pipe the other day, first time in like 2 years. But I smoke in my truck. I smoke. But even me as a person who smokes in my car sometimes, I had like an intense sense of disgust towards that person. I was like, oh my god, like it's a brand new car and to fucking just ruin it like that. Like it was like it didn't have temp tags on it, I don't think, but it was like pretty fucking new. And it makes me wonder like what it's gonna like who is gonna even be smoking like 25 years from now? Who's gonna be smoking in the year 2050?
It wouldn't surprise me if it's completely banned by then.
There was
or if it just keeps getting taxed up and up and up to where nobody buys it.
Then
there's going to be like a prohibition, but like of tobacco.
They're doing a smoking ban on anyone born after the year 2009.
Where?
Not in this country. Oh. It's in the UK, I think. They want to phase out smoking, make England smoke free by 2030. They're proposing this now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like cigarettes are just. I don't know.
The way the Chinese government is getting people to,
bro, they're like world renowned smokers. They're up there with like the French.
Well, that's the thing is that they're trying to make it so that smoking is bad. Obviously,
they're trying to make it to where smoking is bad. Smoking
is bad, but the way that they've been throughout history, they're either smoking cigarettes or they're smoking opium out of a pipe. So the way that the government's trying to get rid of public smokers is that
killing them.
If you see somebody that's smoking a cigarette, you have to publicly look at them in disgust, and if a cop sees you not doing it, you can be arrested for it.
Wow. But doesn't everyone smoke in China?
That sounds like a utopia.
It was like you could be fined and imprisoned for it.
Sir, did you show that guy a lack of respect?
That's like, no? I don't understand how...
Come with me.
Like, that kind of stuff is like Needsy was... one of his friends, that lives a few bunks down in the military, and he's talking about how that when he was stationed in Japan, there was literally signs that were in Japanese, obviously.
Yeah.
But they translated to if you drop your gum on the ground, you can get arrested for it.
Oh wow!
In parts of Japan.
Yeah, Japan's hard ass about a lot of things, but it seems like it does them good.
Oh yeah, it seems like a nice place.
Oh yeah. That suicide forest.
What do you think the percentage of smokers in this country is?
In America?
In this country, yes.
Before you tell us, I'm going to take a percentage guess. I'm going to say...
That's what I thought we were doing.
Okay.
I'm going to say 46%.
I was going to say 19.
It is not 46. It is also not 19. It's 11.5%.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot lower than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Good job, America.
In China, it's 25.6. It's more than double.
That's a lot.
And they have a bigger population, I would assume. Don't they have 1 billion people live there? They have a much bigger population.
Probably. It's insane.
Isn't China the one where if you're born a girl, you're probably not going to work it?
Where they put you in a blender or whatever?
Yeah, where they go oh, well, we really wanted a boy. Time to try again. And then they just...
I can't say I'm too educated on that topic.
Well, yeah, they have...
Well, Nick, that's when they just...
Dude, just the sound effect was disgusting.
China had had for a long time a one-child policy.
I know of that.
And because of the incentive to carry on your bloodline, if young couples had a girl, it got put in the the milkshake machine, wherever they put it. It got made into dog food or whatever.
Dog food.
But actually, the one-child policy ended in 2016. They're not allowed to have two children.
That's insane that it lasted that long.
Well, we were just talking about it like it's like this still happens. It happened, not that, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
it was still happening.
Oh my! I thought you were gonna say like that ended in like 72 or something. 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
So they've been intentionally declining their population.
Well, you have a billion motherfuckers over there.
No, that's what I'm saying.
How long can you keep it up?
No, I'm just saying.
There's some other countries that need to implement that now.
Like what?
I don't know. There's a lot of countries that are overpopulated. Like India.
Yeah, it's pretty dense.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
some dense places.
They're another one with like over a billion people.
Yeah, for sure.
India population. Yeah, it's like almost the same population as China, actually, 1.4 billion.
Jeez.
How many people in the US?
Like 330 million.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. It's like 4 times the US.
That's why people like to argue about what's going to happen when
Just
China
move them all
and the
to
US
Serbia
go to
or
war.
something like that. Not Serbia.
Serbia?
Which is the cold place?
Siberia. Jesus Christ! You know, there is a. I just read there is a. It's really funny that you said that because you're not as stupid as I would like to make you out to be. There's an airport somewhere, somewhere in Austria that has a counter for people who have showed up to Austria expecting to go to Australia.
What?
People don't know how to spell or they don't read the ticket properly, and they book a plane ticket to Austria thinking they're going to Australia.
Wow.
And this airport has a counter for the number of people who fucked it up.
That's amazing. Dude, if it's above
how many
like
people,
20, then that's just ridiculous.
I wonder how many people got there, walked up, and they were talking, and they went, that's not the funny accent.
German? What part of Australia is this?
I'm looking this up right now.
The funny accent.
Oh, no, it was fake news.
Oh, no.
This is from USA Today a couple days ago. This thing went viral and it's fake news.
Very sad.
Speaking of Australia, I just got done watching something recommended to me on YouTube. YouTube recommendations are fucking hot dog water. But then you get like that one gem, and it was like talking about like Australia's version of Chernobyl.
Yeah.
And
nice.
They were talking about how there's this one town in Australia in the 1950s is the only place on Earth where blue asbestos, which is the most deadly form of asbestos, is a naturally occurring compound in the Earth.
Well, it's all naturally occurring.
Is it? I thought regular asbestos was like manufactured.
It's a mineral.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a mineral. No, that's like not like something people know. That's like a counterintuitive fact.
Okay, so there's a place in Australia.
It's the only part where blue asbestos specifically starts in. You can't get it from any other part of the planet at all. So they created this humongous mining town for it. And they're like, you know what,
bro? Was that like cancer? Like cancer?
Bro, it was in like the 1950s. It was like 1952
ground zero for cancer.
That's where they invented it.
That's what's crazy. So there's 20,000 people in the town in 1950. By the year of 1965, 12,000 residents have died.
Jesus.
Jeez.
From cancer-related issues, mesothelioma.
Like, what do you like? These people moving here, did they even think about that? Like, wow,
it was
so many poor people die here.
They didn't know that it killed anyone, so they were like, damn, you know what? We're in the fucking outback. It's fucking bloody hot outside. It's 112 in the fucking shade.
You're right.
So they take all this blue asbestos and they
eat it.
They literally, it's not that they build it into their roads. They just lay it on top, just piles of it, and push it around with a brush.
Jesus.
So it makes the roads less hot. They put it on their roofs, brush it around with a brush.
Oh my God.
They put it on their front steps, their railings to stairs. Like, dude, there was some guy.
I hope that's where they tested nukes in Australia.
Bro, they went there and they're like, the guy's like, yeah, I went there and I like put my hand on a railing, and when I brought my hand up, it was black and blue from the amount of asbestos dust that was on the railing. And it was like 1970 where like people were like, this is killing us. Like the whole this right here, this company that we made here is killing us. They closed down the factory, the mine, everything like that. but they just left these humongous piles. Like, you know when you're driving like past a bridge or something like that, and at like the buildings and grounds yard, there's giant mounds of sand.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
imagine that, but just asbestos.
Jesus Christ.
They just have these gigantic mounds of asbestos in the town that are still there today.
Whoa. I'm assuming nobody lives there.
2 people
of
lived
course,
there.
Of course.
The one is an old man with cancer, and the other one's the hospice worker.
One of them
also with cancer.
One of them is an old man, and the other one is an old lady.
Jesus.
And everyone in their family has died of asbestos-related illnesses.
Jesus.
And they just still live there. Like, where else are we gonna go? Like, we already got cancer. Like, there's no point in leaving here. This is our house. And the
awful.
last person to move out of there was in 2016. Also,
Yeah.
and what a shocker, the Australian government fenced off the area. They destroyed everybody's homes. So now there's just nothing there, but it's still like a gigantic wasteland that normal people aren't allowed to go onto. The reason I say normal people is because, well, I'm not saying that these people aren't normal. I'm just saying that, they're not like...
You know it's going to be a good one when Kevin starts backpedaling before he even says it.
So Australia has their own version of like Native Americans, and I'm not talking about like the Aborigines or whatever the hell they're called.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so their Native Americans look exactly like our Native Americans, like that leathery skin tone.
Is that racist?
No, that's not racist. That's describing the way they
Describing
look.
them.
Yeah, and but like like our Native Americans, like everybody has accents in this country, and Native Americans' accents are very like a serious manner.
Yeah.
Australians' accents for Native Americans, they still talk like this. So the guy's like, I'm 64 years old. I was diagnosed with mesothelioma about 20 years ago. It's a fucking miracle I'm still here today, but I'm kicking. I think that it's my I'm getting like southern accent now. And then he's talking about, he's like, but yeah, the government needs to come here and... Oh, Jesus Christ. The government needs to come here and clean up everything. And he's like, but ain't our fucking problem? They got to pay for it. We don't. And it's like, all they want is just the land back, obviously.
Right. Yeah, no, they need to torch it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They need to glass it. Absolutely.
Yes, they need to do a full Oppenheimer of that whole
Yeah.
region.
I'm moving like Oppenheimer.
She dropped that ass from an egregious angle. I opened my laptop, like I said, for the first time in 3 weeks, and Dracula Flow was still on there. If you get a minute, check out our Twitter where I've linked the video Dracula Flow. please watch
So
it.
funny.
Oh god, but that was like all that stuff was like back before like they didn't know like what cancer was or
Yeah.
they didn't know that it was like linked to like shit that here it's like common knowledge. Asbestos, cancer. Cigarettes,
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah.
Like Kevin, did you watch Mad Men?
I've seen parts of it. I've never seen it all the way through. That's something I need to watch.
I watched like the first episode, and for some reason I didn't watch any more of it. But it's about tobacco executives. Like, the first episode was like the day that it comes out, cigarettes give you cancer. And he's meeting with the executive, a marketing guy. He's meeting with the executive, and he goes, "Tell me how you make it." And the guy lists the whole process of how they make it. Well, it's this, it's that, it's toasted. And he goes, "Well, that's your new slogan, Lucky Strikes. It's toasted." And it's like, "But every cigarette is toasted." He goes, "No. Every cigarette gives you cancer. Yours is toasted." Like they just lied. They just lied to people. Even when they found out that this causes cancer, they just lied to everybody.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
man.
It's like the fucking like doctors back then. Just be like some hysterical bitch comes into his office and he smacks her and goes, "Smoke a cigarette, broad."
That's how you got a medical degree back in the day.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Get a hold of yourself, bitch.
Oh, you have a fever? Time for your lobotomy.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't make your husband a sandwich to the insane asylum? Welcome back to the We're Going to Hell podcast.
Female orgasm? What are you talking about, bitch? That doesn't exist. Send in the sack water.
I like that voice a lot. It's really good.
Oh, God. So, Kevin, you encountered a felon of some variety recently.
So, what a shocker, if you come into a dispensary, it's probably a pro tip to bring your identification, any ID, even a passport, it doesn't matter. as long as it's not a fucking library card or some bullshit.
How about a Ralph's grocery store
as
loyalty
as
card?
long as it's, I've actually had people try that. Like they'll come in with like, oh, this is my ID from the casino I'm a member of, and it's like, sure, that's not a government form of ID.
Yeah.
But this guy's like, you can't scan my ID, and I'm like, why? And he's like, I don't know. Honestly, it's just in my car, and I don't want to go out and get it. And I said, well, we're not proceeding any further until you give me the ID. Goes outside, comes back in, kind of like tapping his foot, like looking around the room, looking like towards where all the cameras are in the dispensary. And I just scan his ID, and I just said, like, as a joke, like, oh, it's weird. It says you have a warrant. And he grabbed his ID out of my hand and ran out the door and then ran down around the building.
Jesus Christ. Dude, you're lucky you didn't get fucking shot.
Wow, so she got a warrant.
There was another lady that didn't want me to ID her because she didn't want the government to know what she was buying. And I said, I'm pretty sure they don't care that you're buying this. It's legal. And she goes, no, that's not it. And she goes, do these cameras have audio? And I go, no. I mean, yeah. And she goes, well, can we move over the side? And she goes, I don't this, but and I said, okay. And she said, yeah, I went to the store with my son the other day to buy a fern, and he just kept talking to my ear. And then all of a sudden, the next thing I knew, I was coming home with 50 weed plants.
What?
And I was like, okay, well, I mean, it is illegal to grow in New Jersey, but I mean, I'm going to tell you to take one of these edibles, and you're going to look in my eyes when I tell you that, and then you're going to walk out of the store taking 3 of them. So you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Like, we're not going to report you to the police because you're growing weed plants.
Yeah. Also, if you don't want people to know about it, maybe don't tell people.
Just don't tell
exactly.
people.
Maybe don't tell the guy at the front desk of the dispensary about it.
Yeah. You're taking my business away, bitch.
That's it. I'm reporting this bitch. I'm getting the IRS and the DEA to come down.
Yeah. Like walk up to a police officer. I don't want anyone to know, but I killed 3 people.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say that.
Will the government know about this?
Yeah.
That's like I had an experience with a strange lady who was plants didn't talk to her, but she had like a weird experience with a plant.
What's that mean?
There's like not
What,
with
she
not
put
with
it
not like
inside
a,
her?
not like a weird experience with a plant, but like a weird like a I have to like build up to this a little bit.
Okay.
So I got social quicksanded with this old lady
sorry to hear
yapping
that.
about how she speaks all these languages and she teaches languages and stuff, and she was doing like a humble brag about all these languages that she knows and everything, and she says, oh, I was just talking to this other woman who teaches languages, and I said something to her in French, and she said something to me in German, and I went back in German, and then I wanted to one up her and say something to her in Dutch. So I said something to her in Dutch, and then she said she was from. Where do they even speak Dutch? I don't know where they speak Dutch.
Denmark.
She said she was from. Is that right?
No, it's Danish.
She said, I'm from Denmark. I speak Dutch, and no one else speaks Dutch in the whole world. Blah blah blah. And she goes, you know who else speaks Dutch? And I go, no, I don't. She goes, they teach police dogs to speak Dutch sometimes because no one fucking speaks Dutch. And she says, I adopted a couple retired police
it's
canines.
a West Germany.
from Deutschland?
West Germany, yeah.
She
I was
said-
very wrong. I was thinking of Danish, which is Denmark.
Yeah.
Good pastry.
Yeah, and that.
She says, I adopted all these police dogs. They retire and they can't work, and the cops don't want to have dogs that can't work or whatever. So she adopts all these old police dogs, and they speak Dutch, and she speaks Dutch. And she says one day she heard all these people chittering and chattering outside of her house, and they were trimming all these trees. And she's like a hippy dippy plant freak. And she said she said she went out there and started bitching at them, saying, "You're killing these trees. You have a permit for these trees." Blah blah blah. And there's a bunch of like Mexican guys who don't speak English, and they're going, no hablo, whatever. And because she speaks 50 language, she starts screaming at him in Spanish. You're cutting down the trees. You can't be cutting down the trees. She said that they basically blew her off. And
Understandable.
Understandably. But then this is where she got fucking insane. She cared so much about these trees, and what she did next?
She killed them.
She screamed over the fence to her in Dutch to her dogs, and had 3 retired police dogs come out.
Oh my god.
And then she said she had the dogs come out, and she said, "You better stop." She said to them, "You better stop," in Spanish. And then to the dogs, she went, "Show your teeth." in Dutch,
and
the dogs they show their teeth. And then she said she got right up to him, and the dogs are right behind him. And then she went to the dogs. Now take 3 steps forward, and the dogs started going towards all the guys.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
That's like put in an asylum. Like,
That's
Karen. That's an unstoppable Karen right there.
Yeah, with a horde of retired canines. Yeah, yeah, dude. There should be more paperwork involved in giving someone a police dog than giving someone a gun. Like that's like serious.
Absolutely.
At least when you shoot a guy in the head, they'll just die.
Yeah.
Like
instead, you're having a guy ripped apart by an animal.
Three angry hounds. Yeah,
that's rough.
being commanded by some psycho bitch. Yeah. I don't know. I just like and this whole time this bitch is talking. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this fucking bitch? I'm like, what the fuck
so
is
she
wrong
just
with you?
told you that?
Yeah, she's just one of those people who like the sound of her own voice, and she just kept going, blah 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 blah
Blah blah blah blah blah. I threatened to kill 3 people.
I threatened to kill illegal immigrants with dogs. Yeah, blah, blah, yeah, just over and over, just on and on. It was really just fucking weird. It was just like, I don't know. It was just really fucking weird. Kevin, you put the teacher confiscates the teens.
Bro, are we
Nintendo
doing
Switch.
all my shit right now? Why are you skipping all the other stuff?
I didn't. I'm coming to it. I'm coming to it. Are you talking about that video of like the 300-pound teenager beating the woman to death?
Yeah. So what happened? Is this teacher, this kid said that the video is him, mind you. Picture this. 6'6", 270-pound kid.
Okay.
Hurtling towards a 5'10" teacher. She's like a 31-year-old woman.
Okay.
Okay, hurtling towards her as she's walking away. So he comes out from behind.
Yeah.
And just full-blown, full weight pushes her forward into the ground and then just beats the shit out of her body.
Oh?
Because he said that she took his Twitch. Nintendo.
Fuck is this shit,
bro? What the fuck are we looking at, Wayne?
Splatoon.
I tried. Look, the title is teacher.
Click on that.
This is that, you retard.
Well, I'm not the one looking at Splatoon the podcast.
I tried my hardest. Okay, let's try again.
So the kid said that she took his Nintendo Switch. She said that's not true at all. He said, "Oh well, I did it because I have autism." And then teachers and like specialists were like, typically, people that are like that aren't very violent people.
Okay, right.
And he has like 4 criminal cases against him right now. He's like 16 or something like that. What? And they say that he said that he had like 4 other criminal cases against him for like assault. Yeah, it's a rough video. It's only 51 seconds long.
Yeah.
Here she is walking away, and
this giant dude just beats the fuck out of her.
He is humongous.
And look, she's done. She's not moving at all.
Moving.
He knocked her out with.
Gosh.
He knocked her out with a push.
Look at this loser over here. The fucking Marine guy comes over and
so
he tries to help. He just like meanders over and just dude, you're trained how to kill, bro. You should kill that guy.
Oh my gosh.
I almost wasn't.
And then he goes back again.
And it says allegedly took a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, it's not even confirmed.
Yeah, that shit's wild. 17 years old.
17-year-old.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
He has 4 other cases against him of assault.
Kevin, when did you hear about this?
It was another YouTube recommendation.
Oh, okay. When you wrote that, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then the more I thought about it, like while I was writing our little thing up here, I was like, oh yeah, that happened like February. That happened like
it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, that shit was wild to watch.
Yeah,
dude, it looks like she died.
Oh yeah,
he ran up to her, pushed her, and lights out.
Yeah,
before she hit the ground, she was lights out.
Yeah, it was fucked up. You know what else is wild? What?
Tell me.
The country music's hidden connection to Joseph Stalin's death.
I listen to country. I don't know what this is. I've seen a lot of.
This sounds like clickbait or something.
Yeah,
right?
like a YouTube video essay title.
Yeah. There's some joke to be made about country music being so bad that it killed Stalin. Do you know who the first American set of ears to hear about Joseph Stalin's death was?
You're gonna say it's like Johnny Cash.
It was Johnny Cash.
I have heard of this. I have heard of this.
Johnny Cash, while he was in the Air Force or whatever,
right?
He was a radio operator, and he was the first person in the United States to hear that Joseph Stalin had died. He was the first one to receive that transmission. He heard it before the president did.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember hearing this once.
He heard it.
I'm muting. I muted my button.
What? I don't give a fuck about that. I was impressed.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Cash I don't even know who was the president at the time, but he heard it before that guy did.
Right.
He was the very first person. And then he would just be like, I'm going to be a country music star now. Like, it's just very weird.
Damn.
Just very weird.
Yeah. It's a
Dude, you could make some money off that. You go to like any dive bar and be like, I bet you I can foretell the future. Be like, Joseph Stalin just died. And then they turn on the radio and it's Joseph Stalin just died at the age of, and it's like, oh my God.
yeah. People actually don't really know it yet, but Taylor Swift was the first one who knew Osama was killed too.
What? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that was one of her ex-boyfriends was Bill Clinton. Or not Bill Clinton. Who's the other guy? George Bush? No, it was Obama.
Obama, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm having serious early onset dementia, okay?
It's okay. You got there eventually.
Yeah, I had to run through every president.
To run through all of Taylor Swift's boyfriends.
Yeah. Dude, Taylor Swift is dating football guy.
Yeah,
she made his career.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny watching people go back and forth with that. People say Taylor Swift made this guy's career, and watching all the boomers get upset about it.
Yeah,
and then people do the other way around. Whoever this Taylor Swift is, she's riding this guy's coattails. It's disgusting. the Taylor Swift people get so upset.
Yeah. It's probably fair to say she's the most popular person in the world right now.
Yeah, it's also probably, her fan base is the biggest like cult. Like
it's pretty nuts.
Insane.
It's pretty nuts.
They do.
No, yeah, white women have to be stopped.
Have a power.
Wait, stop mid-sentence.
Yeah, I saw getting canceled flash over my eyes.
In enough numbers, they can do anything. And it's scary.
like watching like I just got done watching some video last night actually with Moy. I was talking about like the cult of Taylor Swift followers, and it's like in the movie theater, like people act like psychopaths.
I've seen
just
those
watching
videos because that movie, it came out, and there's people in the front like killing each other.
Yeah.
Like, why? How did you even get to that?
Her concert or her tour that she's doing right now started like 4 months ago, and it's not ending till November of 2024.
Yeah, it's like she's going everywhere.
It was like the only person that did something just under that was Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour, and it was like 89 tours or something like that, and this one's gonna have 157 or something like that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Swifties they're called.
Yeah, Swifties.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm looking up like the list of Taylor Swift boyfriends. And it's like so many.
Saying why couldn't it have been me?
No, no, but that's what I was about to say next was that like you see like she has like a list of like 20 famous guys that she was with and it just never worked out. Like you don't have to be a statistics motherfucker to look at that and go something's fucked up here. And it probably wasn't all 20 of these fucking guys. It was probably this crazy fucking bitch. So how do you as a person with all that career and all that money go I can fix her. I'm the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, it can't be done. It's simply, unfortunately, I don't even know who the guy's name is. I don't know either.
Right now, he is that I can fix her girl.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's never. Yeah, it's not gonna work out. I feel like when you're just that when you're that famous, it just isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's like Keanu Reeves, like the nicest fucking guy in the world, like the paparazzi. He just flipped out on a fucking guy.
Good. He's overdue for one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did he really?
Yeah, the guy was like, I just want to take a picture, man. He's like, can't I just enjoy my fucking coffee in peace? And the guy's like, come on, man, you're going to be gone. I'm never going to get a moment like this again. And he goes, why does that fucking matter? He goes, you understand? And then he took the guy's pencil off his hand and still nicely did an autograph for the guy. It was like, I don't get what you're talking about, but sure, fuck it. And then just threw the guy's pencil.
Did you guys see the video of Adam Driver?
Which one?
Boy.
No, the video of
An actual video.
Adam Driver at like a panel talking about some movie that he was in, and
No.
some guy criticized something, and he just goes, I don't know, go fuck yourself. I just saw this today. I gotta look it up now.
He's such a distinct voice too.
Oh yeah.
That's great. I don't know. Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Maybe go fuck yourself.
I can't find the video.
Well,
But
Yeah,
the
it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Fake news. Someone criticized the way like car crashes looked. They said they were like over dramatic and this and that. And he was like, "So what's your opinion on that?" He went, "I don't know. Go fuck yourself." Next question. It's just like some random guy in the audience. Like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, just fucking. Like just say that's an interesting critique. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, really. But I mean, he's got literally fuck you money.
I guess. Does he have that much fuck you money though?
He's been in quite a few movies. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd imagine Star Wars doesn't pay you cheaply. At least not the big actors.
Right. Yeah, no, he's totally got money.
I mean, he's got money, but he doesn't. He's not like a
Like what did he only make $2 billion for being in Star Wars?
No one makes $2 billion for being in a movie. The movies don't make $2 billion. The top 5 movies made $2 billion.
I think
Actors don't get paid $2 billion for a $2 billion movie.
Kevin Costner in Yellowstone gets paid like $30 million a season.
That's not how. Okay, Adam Driver's net worth is 16 million. His whole net worth is 16 million. A Tom Cruise net worth probably still isn't over $1 billion.
Tom Cruise.
He's like a big one. Hit 600 million.
Wow.
The top 5 movies, the highest grossing movies, all only made like a couple billion. I don't think there are any actors who are billionaires, and if they are, it's not from acting; it's from investing.
Or
Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is even less than Tom Cruise. Let's get a list of famous Tom's net worth. So you know what I happened upon the other day? I happened upon the Mug Root Beer Instagram account.
Yeah.
oh god,
Dude,
Are you going to tell me they're total memers now?
they're absolute
they're
memers, dude.
Dude, they're like
really?
GameStop and Target and Radio Shack.
They're shit posters, dude. It's like they take community. If anyone's uninitiated, Mug Root Beer has an enormous cult following in the meme community.
and figured to pull up their Instagram.
And they just hijacked the fuck out of it. It was fucking crazy.
This was a picture I got off of Radio Shack's Twitter, and it was a picture they posted. And it was, I don't know if you know who this is, Wayne.
I do not know who that is.
Nick, do you know who he is? So he's the protagonist from Fallout New Vegas,
no, I didn't know him.
but above it just says the original VTuber, but it's his face on the Vegas orb, whatever the hell that thing is, sphere.
I don't know why they made that thing. You see that the orb had like the orb had like $100 million of lost revenue, like since it was constructed or something.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, we
What
should
is it?
go to
Isn't it
Vegas
just
just so we can
a big
ponder.
advertisement?
It's like a big billboard, but they
360.
yeah, it's. I mean, I'm gonna boil it all the way down and say it's the biggest fanciest billboard ever. But
Oh,
it's just
absolutely.
Like I don't know. It seems like a lot of fucking work, man. To make.
They're like apparently it's like super high definition.
Oh, I mean, I've seen pictures of it. Like, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it
but
looks neat.
You have to like to finance that project.
Was it not there when you guys went through Vegas?
It was being built still.
It was.
Yeah. I don't think it
Okay.
was done.
I don't know.
I mean, we didn't see it
I'd
anyway.
imagine it'd be hard not to see.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't in that area.
Yeah, we weren't like in like the city. Like we
Yeah.
didn't drive down the strip or whatever.
Dude,
they
I just
call
like
it.
that their opening for it was U2 for a week. Like, nothing against U2, but like, I don't think that's what's pulling in the money right now.
Yeah, well, that's what Las Vegas is. It's a bunch of losers get a residency.
Oh
there,
yeah,
and
they
that's-
need to have money, and
Yeah.
you know it's going to be the older people. So
Yeah.
what do they want to listen to? U2 apparently.
Nick, did you go to TwitchCon last week? That's
I
why
did
you
not go to
you weren't here.
TwitchCon. Yeah, that's why I wasn't
Nick
here.
went to TwitchCon.
No, I did not go to Vegas. That wasn't Vegas.
Bro, why not? Did they have TwitchCon in the Orb?
You're the guy that watches.
No.
You watched the like My Buddy Wubby or something like that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sounds like a
It might be
children's
Walter.
show.
It might be Walter that watches him.
Oh, he
then.
definitely watches a kids show.
But like it was like his stream, and he was like, "Yeah, it was great." And then one guy's like, "Yeah, I was on the plane, and you know, since it was in Vegas." And he's like, some guy like said, "Holy shit! Look, it's the Vegas Sphere!" And everyone looked out their windows on both sides, and it was everyone saw the Vegas sphere, and then everyone else just saw the darkness of the desert, and they were like, and you just heard like, "Oh," come from that side of the plane.
It's true though. It's like how far out of the city did we have to go to see nothing? Like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Only that long?
You're like out of the city, and then it's just black.
It's fucking weird. There's
Yeah.
there's the odd,
Then every
Like-
30 miles, there's like a gas station
or like
or a small town.
closer to Vegas. It's like a mini casino. It's like a all in one.
Oh yeah,
two.
yeah.
It's probably more than two, but
No, I mean Vegas too.
not even Vegas too. Like Vegas 0.2.
It was like Atlantic City 0.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really bad. It would just be like a place with so much light that somehow still looked like shit in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like it's a very specific kind of vibe.
What, like it was bright enough to where you couldn't see all the stars, or it was like shitty enough to where like it was driving through like an urban environment?
It's just weird. It was just in the middle of nowhere, and it's just like this little. It wasn't little. It was like 2 buildings, but like it just looked shitty.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant just the rest of the landscape.
No. The rest of it was honestly so dark you couldn't see much.
Yeah.
Like you could see like the silhouettes of the mountain against like the sky
Yeah.
and shit, but like
It was way too dark for
Yeah.
us to see
Damn.
anything like that.
I wish I brought a giant flashlight.
Badass.
Yeah, it's not to piss in the desert. Just shine the giant flashlight at my dick.
Yeah, a Gila monster is crawling around at night because he's a night dweller, and he just looks up and it's just and his eyeballs just getting eviscerated out of his head from a light bulb.
I like it.
Yeah. So the other day, I had a nice cup of broccoli cheddar soup, and I ate a little cup. I
Is
got
it
it
from
from
Panera?
No, it was not from Panera.
They have good broccoli cheddar
Yeah, they have-
soup. I think I've said that a lot in the
Yeah.
last couple
I've
months.
never eaten it, Panera.
You and
Yeah.
me have said it to each other
Yeah.
a lot recently.
Yeah.
But it was not. It was like a little mom and pop thing in a little plastic
Sounds
cup
good.
or whatever. And I had it. It was fucking good. And I took it and I threw it in the trash, and the trash was full. So I pick up. I'm going to take out the trash, and the cup was like tilted over on the top of the trash pile in the trash can, and a little bit of the soup juice came out and it got on my hands. It was the soup that I just ate.
Yeah.
But once it went in the trash can, it's trash juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I get trash juice on my hands, I can't stand that shit. I have to. I'll tie up the bag with my trash juice hands, and then I wash my hands, and then I take the trash out, and I wash my hands again.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be as disgusting as it is. But as soon as it hits the trash, like, do you guys have anything like that where it's like you are like repulsed to the highest level, but in your head it's just
What you
broccoli
just got done
cheddar
eating.
soup. It's or not necessarily that, but like, do you have anything where it's like this shouldn't be gross, but it just fucking is?
I don't know. That one's a really good example.
I think I just hate all liquids that I'm not sure of. But
Maybe like washing the dishes,
what?
like all like the condiments and stuff.
Yeah, you have to. Dude, yeah, cleaning
Like
dishes.
it's not
'cause then it
disgusting
gets-
because you just ate it, but you're touching it now.
it gets
Imagine
in
this.
the water and then
Honey.
it gets all weird and like.
Yeah.
Imagine this. Imagine
I don't want to.
cleaning gunk that got baked onto a cookie sheet, cleaning it off with your fingernails.
Oh,
I just knew he wouldn't like
gosh.
that.
Or like cleaning like
Cleaning like a drain. It's just hair,
Like-
but like
tomato,
yeah.
like a bowl you just got to eating tomato soup in. Like it's just not pleasant.
Well, that's the thing. Someone gave me shit about about hair in a drain before.
You got a lot of hair in your
and
drain?
it just looks so disgusting.
Not anymore, but it's like someone gave me shit about that. Oh, it's just hair. Why don't you want to touch it? I don't want to touch it because the longest hair on my body is in my fucking armpit. These hairs are like 10 inches, are like fucking 10 inches long. They're not my hairs. I don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
Like that shit, I don't like that.
It just gets so gross too when the soap builds up on it. Like if it's been a bit,
Yeah.
it looks so disgusting.
the most I'll do is I'll nudge it with my toe.
I can't say
Dude,
that.
Kevin, please.
Wait, what were you
don't.
just about to say?
I was gonna say something. And it was just
Oh,
like,
you say when the cum builds up on it? Is that what you're gonna say?
I was gonna say the cum niblets.
Wow.
Ew.
That's gonna be
That's so
that's gonna
awful.
be at Nick's discretion to censor or not.
No, I don't think that should be censored.
It'll
I don't
stay.
think
It stays. Ew. I'm so uncomfortable.
Bro, why? It's just a little bit of baby batter in the shower.
Yuck.
I don't like it when you do that voice too.
Which?
Yeah. No, the one you do. What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The one you just started doing it a second ago, but the one like whenever we're
the
good night, kitten.
Yeah. Nick will be going like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get offline and go.
Oh, okay. Good night, my kitten. God, I hate that. I guess you could count this towards that. I find it so gross. I hate that voice.
That's funny.
Yeah, everything bothers me and I hate it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, me and Wayne are just the most repulsive-minded people.
Yeah. So I think that's everything we've got.
So do we want to start doing it, bi-weekly?
Possibly.
Just because, like, ideas, we all have full-time jobs. None of us are bums.
Right. Right. And you know what?
Coming up with
Uncut
ideas.
Takes listeners will be the first to find out when there's either is or is not an episode in a week from the Tuesday this comes out.
Yeah.
If it's not, figure it's intentional.
Yeah. It'll be tweeted.
Yeah, we're going to have the live strategy session right here on the podcast.
Yeah.
Or not.
That's a nice fit you got on today, Wayne.
Thanks. It's my granddad's Glassboro State University.
Looks super
hoodie.
like old school.
Oh,
it's
I
nice, though.
thought it was something completely different.
No.
Gold watch chain matches well.
Yeah.
I need a gold pinky ring.
I don't like rings very much.
Yeah, I know. Nice for opening beer.
That's the only reason I want one.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I think that's everything. Thank you guys for listening. If you like the podcast, subscribe, follow, favorite wherever you listen. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Overcast. If you don't like the podcast, why are you here? Fuck off. You actually like it. Subscribe. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Uncut Takes. Interact with us. Thanks again for listening and stay uncut.